It's a pretty tough little town. I don't think it'll ever be the same, but I think it'll do okay.
First Baptist Church of Sutherland Springs continues its mission less than a week after becoming the scene of the state's worst mass shooting.
The church held its weekly food pantry today, just one of the many signs of hope after tragedy. For one tiny town, it has been an agonizing week defined by bloodshed and Bibles, trying to comprehend the impossible while the world watches. Good evening, I'm Sarah Lucero.
And I'm Jeff Brady, but tonight healing may have begun in Sutherland Springs as the cameras and police pack up and leave. Friends and family remain to bury the dead and begin rebuilding.
1 week after the tragedy, and it is still very painful and emotional. Tomorrow, the community will begin to say their final goodbyes. A funeral service will be held for Richard and Therese Rodriguez at Grace Bible Church in Lavernia. And
then on Sunday, the First Baptist Church will hold its first service since the shooting. It's scheduled for 11 a.m. at the community center behind the church. Well, Sutherland Springs has barely 600 residents, largely overlooked in Wilson County, but after last Sunday, the town's now forever on the map.
Jeremy Campbell shows us what's happened when evil met God in the small town in Texas.
People don't understand the true nature of God. He's there. He's just literally there all the time. And he's there as your resource and as your support. I don't even call it a belief because it's not a belief, it's a fact. What I know to be true is he is there all the time. He's there. He's just right there.
They came over the radio and said there was like 15 shot.
In a time like that, how can you hold on to your faith?
God knows what he's doing. The reasons behind it, we'll never know why it happened to those people, but he has a reason. He has a reason for everything.
The shooter was making his rounds, and he ended up there and started shooting this lady multiple times, and the lady looked at my mom the whole time, and my mom was looking at her and telling her, it's okay, you're gonna go to heaven. You're gonna go to heaven. And then she knew it was her turn to be shot, and so she just started praying that God would take her soul to heaven.
Those people, the second that they died, they saw the face of God, because they had a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. God is trying to help us through all this. Those prayers go somewhere. They ascend to God on his throne. These are petitions where these people are asking God for something.
We ask that you bring peace, comfort, and joy to the families,
yes, Father God,
to the community,
yes, Father God,
and to this nation.
I teach at Floresville High School. I went to school today thinking that I was going to be the rock, but occasionally they were. One of my students said he hardly slept last night because of all the lights and the noise and the ambulance sirens, etc.
The entire world's a battleground. This is a focal point, yeah. We come, we battle hate with love.
There's something there, and it's beyond what I'm gonna understand this side of life, you know, so you just don't get that answer all the time. You know, it's like the eternal optimism.
Even in the deepest, darkest of times, that faith and hope and love of Christ doesn't dissipate. It doesn't go away.
"11 people remain in the hospital after they were wounded in this week's shooting. 4 of the victims are children. University Hospital and BAMC officials say that patient conditions range from good to critical.